When you're having depression, it feels like everything, what used to be colorful, has turned into a dull grayness, and nothing can be enjoyed anymore. And there is no purpose in doing anything. I think we all know someone who has depression, and it's currently the belief that there is something wrong with the brain, that the brain has a serotonin problem, and therefore the current approaches are all about fixing the body. But what if that is not really the solution? It can mask everything for a while. But I believe, from experience, so I know, you can turn your depression on and off. And that there is indeed nothing wrong with the body, but instead the limbic brain, together with the amygdala, is doing you a favor. And you might think, like, a favor? This is ruining my life. And in the long run, this is the case. But in the short run, however, your depression is here to save the day. So to save you from what, right? But the entire purpose of this mechanism is that you retreat yourself from life, that you go back to bed, and that you stay in bed. Because in bed, you're safe. There is no danger. So what is happening with this mechanism is that your brain is on danger mode, alertness. And because the whole outside world seems to be overwhelming and dangerous, the only place where you're probably safe is your bed. But the problem is that the dangers are not in the outside world. They're in the inside world. So instead of distracting, instead of just lying there in bed, and instead of taking pills with long-term effects and difficulties to get away from it, to taper it, I recommend you to really go within and to no longer be distracted by these intense symptoms. Because as long as you are distracted by it, it works. Unfortunately, that's the case. And focus on the space in your body between your throat and your bladder. And maybe you can feel sort of a pressure there. And meditate on this. And I know your mind will come up with all kinds of reasons to not do this, to ridicule it or to stop doing the activity. But I know you can release this. You can stop, turn the symptoms off, like instantly. Because your brain is protecting you against an internal danger. So what could that be, right? Now everybody is thinking like this could be a pathogen or mold or etc, etc, etc. No. Maybe you have these things, but these things don't cause depression or any other mind-body symptom. So instead, it's an emotion. And emotions don't last. Emotions are visitors. You can let go of an emotion. You can process it. Maybe it lasts 90 seconds. So if you manage to connect with the stressor physically, then just feel it for a while. Be with it. Maybe your symptoms will increase. That's perfect. Breathe through it. And then think about it. What could this emotion be? You can buy a journal book and just go for freestyle. And once you've found the right one, you either get emotional or your symptoms go up. And that's the golden spot. Because then you know exactly what emotion is giving you this symptom. And if you process this emotion, then the limbic brain and the amygdala no longer need to make symptoms to protect you. because it's a protection mechanism. And as a consequence, the brain, we all believe that the brain is permanently damaged and all that nonsense. And once you have found the emotion, then there is no reason anymore for the brain and the limbic brain to create that distraction. Why? Because there is nothing to be distracted from. And as a consequence, the symptoms will instantly disappear. And in the beginning, it might not be that easy, so you might need some time, some preparation. You could do the release program, for example. But after a while, when you get the hang of this, you get really good at it. So then you have a symptom. It's a signal. Oh, I'm not going to lie down in bed and waste my life. No. I'm going to tune into my body and really feel what I'm not feeling. And this is difficult in the beginning, but so be it. You connect with it, feel it physically, maybe journal. And if you're doing it well, you probably need to cry, scream, gag, vomit, shake, get some sweats, all involuntary movements that indicate that you're in the release process. And then, after a full release, when you process the emotion completely, the symptom disappears. So who has depression then? Huh? Who is depressed? No one. Right now you might be having a depression. You might think that there is something wrong with your brain. But know that your brain is doing this for you. And when that mechanism is no longer needed, it will just automatically turn it off. So simple. And then you can see color again. The world can be beautiful. The world can be amazing. And you can feel good. And you don't need to distract from this feeling by trying to get happiness outside of yourself, trying to get distraction or company. Instead, let the inner work do the transformation. Fill yourself up with self-acceptance, maybe some self-love, whatever does the trick. Make sure you get those tears out of your body. And then you can continue with your life. If you'd like to find out more, then we have a website with a release program. There are some guided sessions there, some free ones. But we also activated the Facebook group, and we'd like to be more active there. So join the Facebook group, ask some questions. We have Q&As every week, Saturday or Friday. Join them, and I'd like this to become a movement, the release movement. That as soon as you have depression, fatigue, vertigo, depersonalization, pain, burning mouth, nausea, all of these nasty things, it's all the same thing. And it works until it no longer works. And when you dive in every time you have a depression, your brain might come up with other distractions, such as pain or fatigue. Don't buy it. Don't buy the depression. And I wish you a beautiful healing journey. But most importantly, I'd like you to release. I'd like you to be unstuck.